Introduction of the lesson. The industries that supply computer goods and services are in a continual state of change as a new product appear and old products are discontinued. As corporations form, merge, and die, as corporate leadership shifts, as consumers' buying habits evolve, and as prices steadily decrease. Before you venture out to buy computers, peripheral devices, or software, before you commit yourself to a computer career, or before you buy stock in a computer companies, you should arm yourself with some basic knowledge about the computer and information technology industries. Computer industry encompasses those companies that manufacture computers and computer components, include software publisher and peripheral device manufacturers. Focuses on making computers and their parts, hardware, software, and accessories. For example, a company that builds laptop motherboard or even printers. Information technology industry or IT industry refers to the companies that develop, produce, sell, or support computers, software, and computer-related products. Includes companies in the computer industry, software publisher, communication service vendors, information service and service companies. Much broader than just computers. It includes not only computer manufacturers, but also companies that make software, provide internet services, do web design, or sell IT product. In short, the computer industry, part of the IT industry. Companies in the IT industry can be separated into several broad categories, sometimes referred to as sectors or segments, including equipment manufacturers, chip makers, software publishers, service companies, and retailers. Equipment manufacturers design and manufacture computer, hardware, and communications products such as personal computers, mainframe computers, PDA, mouse, monitors, storage devices, routers, scanners, and printer. Equipment manufacturers make computer hardware and devices. For example, the Dell laptops, HP printers, Cisco routers. Next, chip makers design and manufacture computer chips and circuit boards, including microprocessors, RAM, system boards, sound card, and graphics card. Intel, Transmeta, Texas Instruments, and AMD are examples of chips makers. Chip makers produce chips and circuit boards, the brains of computer. Example, Intel processors, AMD graphic and CPUs. Software publishers create computer software, including application, operating system, and programming languages. For example, software companies include Microsoft, Adobe System, Electronic Arts, and Computer Associates. Software publisher develop programs and apps. Next is service companies provide computer-related services, including business consulting, website design, web hosting, internet connections, computer equipment, repair network, security, product support. Classic examples of service companies include AOL and the computer consulting giant, and electronic data system. Service companies offer IT-related service like consulting, internet connection, or web design. For example, Accenture IT Consulting AOL Internet Services. Computer retailers, sometimes called resellers, include companies that sell computer products through retail stores, direct sales representatives, mail order catalogs, and websites. Well-known computer resellers include 𝗓𝒂𝒄𝗧𝗂, which operate retail stores and mail orders retailers, PC Connection, and CDW. Computer retailers or resellers sell computer and accessories in-store or online. Example, Best Buy, 𝗓𝒂𝒄𝗧𝗂, CDW.
Economic factors. The IT industry has been described as the most dynamic, most prosperous, most economically beneficial industry the world has ever known. That statement might be a bit of exaggeration, but the IT industry unquestionably has fueled the economies of many countries. By dollar as value, the biggest computer hardware producing countries are the United States, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, and China. Despite the increasing globalization of the industry, however, it remains dominated by the United States. The majority of IT workers are in the United States, even though about 2/3 of industry revenues are from non-US companies. What makes IT industry successful? As with any situations involving the economy, the factors that account for the success of the IT industry cannot be pinpointed with certainty. It is likely, however, that population growth and business globalization are two important factors that contribute to huge investments in information technology. Marketing channels. Hardware manufacturers and software publishers try to reach consumers by making their products available through a variety of sources. Computer hardware and software are sold through marketing outlets called marketing channels. These channels include computer retail stores, mail order, internet outlets, value-added resellers, and manufacturers direct. Computer retail stores purchases computer products from a variety of manufacturers and sells those products to consumers. Computer retail stores are either small local shops or nationwide chains. Computer retail stores. Employees are often knowledgeable about variety of computer products and can help you select a hardware and software product to fit your needs. Many computer retail stores also offers classes and training sessions, answer questions, provided technical support, and repair hardware products. A computer retail store is often the best option for buyers who likely to need assistance after their purchase, such as beginning computer users or those who plans for complex computer networks. Value-added reseller or VAR. Value-added combines commercially available products with specialty hardware or software to create a computer system designed to meet the needs of a specific industry. Although VARs charge for their expertise, they are often the only source for a specialized computer system. It refers to hardware manufacturers that sell their products directly to consumers without a middleman, such as a retail store. IBM has a long tradition of direct sales, and that model has been emulated by several hardware manufacturers and some software publishers. A company sells force where large volume sales can cover the sales representatives' costs and commissions. Industry regulation. Some aspects of the IT industry are regulated by government agencies, but many aspects are self-regulated. The IT industry encompasses, through a variety of broad, many activities. However, and consequently, It is subject to regulation from a variety of broad-based government agencies. Many governments are enacting laws that restrict access to particular internet activities and content. In many countries, export restrictions affect the type of technology that can be sold to foreign governments and individuals. For example, before being exported from the United States, software and hardware products that contain certain encryption algorithms must be registered with the U.S. government.
Profession and career in the computing fields. Computer professional is any person whose primary occupation involves design, configuring, analysis, development, modification, testing, or security of computer hardware or software. For example, a person whose main work is designing, developing, analyzing, testing, or securing computer hardware or software, preparing for a career in the computer industry. To prepare for a career in the computer industry, you must first decide on the area in which you are interested and then become educated in that field, preparing for a career. Choose your area of interest: hardware, software, networking, or security. Attend a trade school, technical school, vocational school, attend college or university. For example, get a proper education, vocational school, college, or university. An IT department provides career opportunities for people with a variety of skill and talents. Usually, these jobs are divided into 6 main areas. First, management, direct to the planning, research, developing, evaluation, integrate of technology. Second, system development and programming, analyze, design, develop, and implement information technology, and maintains and improves existing system. Third, the technical service, evaluate and integrates new technologies, administer to the organization data resources, and supports the centralized computer operation system and servers. And number 4 is operate the centralized computer equipment and administer the networking, including both data and voice communication. Number 5 is training, teaches employees how to use components of the information system or answer specific user questions. And lastly, it develops and enforces policies that are designed to safeguard organization data and information from unauthorized users. Let's proceed to computing domains. We have 10 domains in computer science. Number 1, computer theory. Computer theory is the branch of computer science concerned with finding out how efficiently a given problem can be solved on a model computer using a given algorithm. Within computer theory are 3 main focuses: computability theory, complexity theory, and formal languages. Computability theory is concerned with finding out whether or not a problem is solved with a finite number of computation. Complexity theory measures how much time or resource an algorithm needs. Big zero notation. Formal languages, mathematical rules that describe how programming language work. Algorithms are an explicitly described method for solving a problem. A great deal of work is done by computer scientists to find the most efficient algorithm to solve a problem. For example, the problem of sorting a list of integers can be solved in many ways. The most obvious one will be compare each element to its neighbor and shift position if they are out of desired order. This routine called bubble sort is terribly inefficient for all, but is the smallest list of a more algorithm for practical use. Merge sort, which use recursion, and divide and conquer method of sort, long list. 3. Cryptography. Cryptography is an ancient science concerned with secret writing that is hiding a message in what appears to be an unintelligible sequence of symbols, but which can, through some transposition or substitution, be converted back into a meaningful message. For example, solving problems, the method is step by step. Example, science of secret writing protect information by transforming it into unreadable symbols and converting it back with the right method.
Distributed computing. Distributed computing is means of breaking up a complex problem, distributing the piece to various computers across a network, usually the internet, and having them work on the problem concurrently until the problem is solved. The difference between distributed and parallel computing is that parallel computing is done on a single architecture with multiple processors core, and distributed computing is done over a network. For example, an algorithm that requires all steps be completed in sequence cannot be distributed merely, duplicate, search, encryption, breaking, and other algorithms where each step does not rely on the previous one are ideal for distributed computing because they could not much longer on a single computer. Another important feature of distributed computing is that each client machine only processes data when the computer is idle. This minimizes the impact on the user and makes distributed computing more appealing to clients who may not directly benefit from their donated computing power. Computing. Cloud computing is a popular and often misused buzzword in the IT industry. It is often used in conjunction with any internet service of application regardless of whether or not the software actually implements a cloud infrastructure. For example, when you upload photos to Google Drive or cloud, they are stored on a cloud, not just on your device. You can open them anywhere. Business also use cloud service like Amazon website. To run website and apps, entertainment platforms such as Netflix and Spotify are empowered by the cloud, allowing millions of users to stream movies and music instantly. Computational learning. Computational learning, more commonly referred to as machine learning, is a subfield of artificial intelligence. More especially, machine learning is the field that is dedicated to design and develop of algorithms and techniques that allow computer to learn. For example, computational learning can be seen in how streaming services like Netflix or Spotify recommended movies and songs. This platform use machine learning algorithms to analyze user past behavior, such as show they watch or the music they listen to, and compare it with patterns from millions of a user. Over time, the system learns the preference of each individual and becomes better at suggesting content that its users is likely to enjoy. This process of learning from data and improving recommendation without being explicitly programmed is a practical example of computational learning in action. Computer vision. Computer vision is the field of computer science in which the goal is to process video or still image and produce from them representation of the world. This entails things such as recognition of object, gesture, and motion. The purpose of recognizing those things is for decision making. For example, an automated security system equipped with a computer vision software could alert the police it is recognized human in restricted area. Because of computer vision use the decision making as well as the difficulty of creating a computer vision system by conventional means, it overlaps with artificial intelligence. Big data. Big data refer to extremely large and diverse collection of structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data that continues to grow exponentially over time. Problem versus intractable problem. Intractable problem can be solved with programs that have a running time that increases relatively slowly with increasing amount of input data. For example, searching through a list of item requirement of computing time that increases roughly proportionately with the number of items searched. Intractable problem having running times that increase much faster than polynomial of n, for example, exponential function and factorial.
Computer engineering students study the design of digital hardware and software systems, including communication systems, computers, and devices that contain computers for them. Programming is focused on digital devices and their interfaces with users and other devices. An important area within computing engineering is the development of embedded systems. Devices such as cell phones, digital audio players, digital video recorders, alarm systems, X-ray machines, and laser surgical tools all require integration of hardware and embedded software. and are all the result of computer engineering. For example, computer engineering is designing a microprocessor or creating a robot that combines hardware and software to work. Software engineering is concerned with developing and maintaining software systems that behave reliably and efficiently, are affordable to develop and maintain, to satisfy all the requirements that customers define for them. For example, software engineering is developing a mobile app like messaging or banking app. Information technology is a label that has two meanings. In common usage, the term information technology is often used to refer to all computing as a name of an undergraduate degree program. It refers to the presentation of students to meet the computer technology needs of a business, government, healthcare, schools, and the other kinds of organization. For example, information technology is using the internet and email to communicate and share information. Information system is concerned with the information that computer systems can provide to aid a company, non-profit or governmental organization in defining and achieving its goals. It is also concerned with the processes that an enterprise can implement and improve using information technology. IS professionals must understand both technical and organizational factors and must be able to help an organization determine how information and technology enable business processes can provide foundation for superior organizational performance. For example, information system is a school database that stores students' records and grades. Computer science spans the range from theory through programming to cutting-edge development of computing solutions. Computer science offers a foundation that permits graduates to adapt to new technologies and new ideas. The work of computer scientists falls into three categories: designing and building software, developing effective ways to solve computing problems such as storing information in database, sending data over networks, or providing new approaches to security problems, devising new and better way of using computers and addressing particular challenges in areas such as robotics, computer vision, or digital forensics. For example, computer science is writing a program or algorithm to solve a problem like creating a new search engine.
The computing knowledge areas. Computer engineering is a broad field that sits in between the hardware of electrical engineering and the software of computer science. This field combines hardware, machines, circuits, devices, and software programs. Computer engineers design and build computers and make sure hardware and software work together. Software engineering is the branch of computer science that deals with the design, development, testing, and maintenance of software applications. This is about creating software or apps. It covers designing, building, testing, and maintaining programs so they work properly and meet users' needs. The next one is computer science. Computer science is the study of computers and computational systems. It is a broad field which includes everything from the algorithms that make up software to how software interacts with hardware to how well software is developed and designed. This is a study of how computers work. It focuses on problem solving using algorithms, how software and how hardware connect, and how programs are made to work efficiently. Information technology is the use of computer system to manage, process, protect, and exchange information. It's a vast field of expertise that includes a variety of subfields and specializations. The common goal between them is to use technology system to solve problems and handle information. It is about using computers and technology to store, protect, and manage information. It helps business and people solve problems and improve work using technology. The last one is information system, an integrated set of components for collecting, storing, and processing data and for providing information, knowledge, and digital products. This refers to systems that collect, process, and store data. It provides useful information and digital tools to support decision-making and everyday tasks.